Hi, I'm George Febish, and today we're going to talk about city passes, museum entrances, skip the lines. These are things you can do all over Europe. I'm going to be talking about some of the many times I've done it in Italy. I almost always find that a city pass is not worth it. They're expensive. To make them worthwhile, you have to hit a lot of museums in a relatively few days. If you want to hop from museum to say you've been to 10 museums, maybe it's worth it. For me, I kind of like to enjoy myself, be more leisure, walk around, enjoy the museum, see what's there, come out, do something else. I don't want to be dictated that I have to go from this museum to that museum and back, So for me, city passes just aren't worth it. Skip the lines are. Now they do cost more money than the entrance fees to the museums. And if you go on the internet, you find that there's skip the lines for almost everything. But the truth is, a lot of things don't have lines. You can investigate online and find out which things are noted for big lines. You can read my blogs or look at my vlogs and find out things that I post that have big lines. And these are the major things. It's like the Coliseum, the Vatican, in Venice, St. Mark's Square, the Duomo or the Cathedral, and the Doge Palace. These are places that you can literally spend hours, 3 or 4 hours. I don't want to spend 3 or 4 hours standing in line, sometimes hot and humid, just to get into some place. So you pay a little bit more money, you buy a skip the line. Skip the line allows you to walk right up to the front of the line and go right in. Now some places have a time that you can do this, like the Vatican. They'll tell you 10 a.m. You come, you can skip the line. You get there at 10 a.m., you walk up, you show your pass, and you're in. You want to plan your visit. Take a look at the city. Don't go to too many cities. Don't try to do 10 cities in 12 days. It just doesn't work. Pick a few cities that you're going to go to. You can get back and forth by car. Trains are excellent and inexpensive in Italy to get back and forth between cities. Within the city, you don't want to drive. That's craziness. And it's illegal in the center of most of these towns to have a car without a pass. So sit down, look at your city, look at the things you want to do. Like in Rome, you want to see the Pantheon, you want to see the Coliseum, you want to see Trevi Fountain, you want to go see the Vatican, and so on. Spanish Steps, all the things, lay them out. Bring up a map, plot where things are. You don't want to go to the Pantheon, go over to the Spanish Steps, come back to the Trevi Fountain, go off to the Vatican. It's too much walking, and you're retracing your steps. Plot a course that you're going to hit, and plot what you're going to hit on what day. So on your first day, these are the 2 or 3 things you're going to hit. If it's a museum and you read about that there's heavy lines, get your skip the line so you don't have to wait and spend extra time trying to get into these places. Go in, enjoy the museum, come out, go to your next thing for that day. The next day, you start with your new items so you don't have to keep backtracking. If you have extra time and there's something you really, really enjoy, by all means, go back and see it. The main thing to remember about Italy is there are lots of old architecture, famous stuff, from the Romans. There's lots of museums, tons of museums in the big cities. There's all these sites, fountains, the Vatican City, the whole Catholic Church seat. But it's not just about those things. It's about the food, the people, and the wine. So when you go, make sure you have enough time to relax at a trattoria. Just sit down, maybe outside at a sidewalk table. Enjoy a lunch, enjoy a dinner. Have a bottle of wine and just relax. Just watch life go by. Try to communicate with people. Try to get to know the customs, get to know the people. This is what is going to cause memories, lots of memories. Yeah, you definitely want to see the museums, and yeah, you do want to see the sights, but there's other things in addition to that that are equally important. So your next trip, sit down, do your planning, look at my budget videos and my video on Scott's cheap airfares. Get your cheapest airfare, get your cheapest hotels, figure out what cities you're going to, how you go back and forth between the cities, and then sit down and map out what you want to see. You know, a good plan will save you a lot of time, but allow yourself time, because as you're walking around these cities, you may see something that is totally of interest to you and you didn't even know was there. You want to be able to say, you know what, I want to spend an hour here or 2 hours. You know, this is really great. And take a sidetrack. Be spontaneous. That's how you get to discover really interesting things in Italy and all over Europe. Hi. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, hit like below, subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to hit the bell. Hitting the bell, you will guarantee that you'll be notified when new videos come out on my vlogs. Thank you. Ciao and arrivederci.